ওয়েলকাম ফ্রেন্ডস, আমার এই চ্যানেলে সকলকে জানিয়ে স্বাগত। তোমরা যারা IIT JEEর মেন অ্যান্ড অ্যাডভান্সের জন্য প্রিপারেশান নিচ্ছ তাদেরকে বলবো অবশ্যই আমার চ্যানেল ফলো করবে, রেগুলারলি ফলো করবে, কারণ আমি আমার চ্যানেলে ফিজিক্সের চ্যাপ্টার ওয়াইজ ডিফারেন্ট টাইপস অফ প্রবলেমস আমি কোর্সে দেখাবো। নট অনলি দ্যাট, সেই প্রবলেমগুলোর অরিজিন যেখানে আছে সেই ফিজিক্সটা আমি আগে আলোচনা করে তবে তোমাদের প্রবলেম কোর্সে দেখাবো। সো রেগুলারলি চ্যানেলকে ফলো করো, তোমরা দেখতেই পাবে সেখানে বেশ কিছু ফিজিক্সের প্রবলেমস রয়েছে, বেশ কিছু ভিডিওস রয়েছে। আর একটা কথা, কোনো ভিডিওকে স্কিপ করো না, পুরোটা দেখো, তাহলে আমার বিশ্বাস তোমরা তোমাদের লক্ষ্যে সহজেই পৌঁছতে পারবে। যখন নাকি ড্রিফট ভেলোসিটি আর কারেন্ট দিয়ে কোনো সমস্যা থাকে, drift velocity of electrons when 1.5 ampere current flows in a copper wire of cross section 5 millimeter square is V. Drift velocity is V. If the electron density of the copper is 9 into 10 to the 28 meter cube, the value of V closes to option 0.02, option B 0.2, option C 2 and option D is 3. It is given that charge of electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. We know যে drift velocity আর কারেন্ট দিয়ে যে রিলেশন, এটা আমরা নিশ্চয়ই জানি সবাই, দ্যাট ইজ I is equal to N into E into V into A. It has introduced all those symbols. N হচ্ছে number of electrons per unit volume, number of electrons per meter cube. E হচ্ছে charge of electron, that is given 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. V drift velocity, which we have to find out, and A area of the wire, it is given here 5 millimeter square area, cross sectional area of the wire, cross sectional. So here I is equal to N means 9 into 10 to the power 28 into E means 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into V, and area that is given in millimeter square, so it comes 5 millimeter square, it comes 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 millimeter centidecimi, so that is 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. So if we put all those values, then V is equal to I 1.5 ampere and 9 into 10 to the power 28, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and also here A, and also A means 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. So it comes 0.02 millimeter per second. So the options A is correct. Okay friends, let us consider another problem. The resistive network shown below is connected to a DC source of 16 volt. The power consumed by the network is 4 watt. The value of R is, there are 4 options, 6 ohm, 8 ohms, 1 ohms and 16 ohms. Let us consider this is a parallel combination, here is parallel combination. So we have to find out the equivalent of this part and of this part first. So this part, for this part, that is 4 into 4 by 4 plus 4, it comes 2R. This part equivalent is 2R. Here 6 into 6, 6 into 12 by 6 plus 12, it comes 4, means 4R. So let's draw the equivalent circuit of this network. It will like this: 2R, this is R, this is 4R, this R is here, and also this is 16 volt battery, DC battery. So the equivalent resistance of this network, equivalent resistance is 2R plus R plus 4R plus R, 8R. Now we know the power consumed by the circuit, P is equal to V square by R. বিকজ আমরা যদি এর ফিজিক্সটাকে দেখি, দেখো যে আমরা জানি পাওয়ার পি ইজ ইকাল টু ভি ইন্টু আই, ভোল্টেজ ইন্টু কারেন্ট। সো আমরা যদি আইকে ভি এ কনভার্ট করি তাহলে কি হবে, ভি ইন্টু ভি বাই আর, ইট কামস ভি স্কোয়ার বাই আর। সো আমরা এখানে বসিয়ে দেবো, যদি ভি এর জায়গাতে বসিয়ে দিই, এটা আমাদের 16 ভোল্ট, 16 স্কোয়ার বাই 8, 16 স্কোয়ার বাই 8 R. Power P is equal to, that is given 4 watt. So R is equal to 16 square by 4 into 8. It comes 8 ohm. Let's start with another problem. Okay friends, in this meter bridge shown here, the null point is obtained at a distance 40 centimeter from A. This is a meter bridge, R1, this is R2, and this is the wire, and this is the galvanometer G. Let R1, let R2. First time at A, B, this is 40. Hence Q, the part of Q is 100 minus 40 means 60. So if 10 ohm resistance connected in series with R1, this is first case. Second case, R1, 10 ohm resistance connected in series with R1, and here it is R2, this is galvanometer. Here the distance is 50, 40 plus 10, because it shifts by 10 centimeter, null point shifts koreche 10 centimeter. Now the resistance that should be connected in parallel with R1 plus 10, so that the null point shifts back to its initial position. In third case, we introduce another resistance in parallel with this. It is first case, second case, and third case, that is here. Here that is another resistance that is connected in parallel, R1, that is 10, that is R2, this is galvanometer, and null point shifts it to its initial position, means that is 40. This is third case. So I am solving this problem step by step. In first case, R1 by R2 is equal to 40 by 100 minus 40. R1 by R2 is equal to 40 by 60. 100 minus 40, because we know Wheatstone bridge null point condition, P by Q is equal to R by S. Here P is the length of L and Q is 100 minus L, because we know if that is L, then that is 100 minus L. This is the formula. So from here we get R1 is equal to 2 by 3 into R2. Hence 3R1 is equal to 2R2. Now in second case, null point shifts by 10 centimeter when we 10 ohm resistance connected in series with R1, then the value is R1 plus 10. In second case, R1 plus 10 by R2 is equal to 50 by 50. 50 comes means 40 plus 10, 50. So R1 plus 10 is equal to R2. Now if we put this value, if this equation 1, if this equation 2, and if we put the value of R2 in equation this, then we get 3R1 is equal to 2 into R1 plus 10. It comes 3R1 is equal to 2R1 plus 20. Hence R1 is equal to 20 ohms. This is value of R1, and if we put this around 20 ohms, then from here 2R2 is equal to 3 into 20, or R2 is equal to 60 by 2. It comes 30 ohms. This is value of R2 and this value of R1. Now in third case, let us consider resistance X is connected in parallel with R1 plus 10. Hence we get R1 is equal to 20 ohms, R2 is equal to 30 ohms. Now here R1 plus 10 into X by X plus R1 plus 10, that is this equivalent resistance, by R2 is equal to, so if we plot now we find R1 is equal to 20 ohms and R2 is equal to 30 ohms. Now in that case, final case, the total equivalent resistance of this part becomes x into R1 plus 10 by x plus R1 plus 10. This is nothing but R1, because when we put x parallel with R1 plus 10, null point shifts it to its initial position. Null point shift from there to its initial position. It is only possible when these combinations becomes the value of R1. So if we 1, 10, that is R2, and here parallel resistance X is connected, and here the galvanometer is connected, and the null point shifts to its initial positions, means 40. So if we calculate the equivalent resistance of this part, that becomes x into R1 plus 10 by x plus R1 plus 10. It comes nothing but R1, because as the null point shifts to its initial position, it means the total combinations becomes the exact value of R1, that is 20 ohms. So if we calculate this, x into 20 plus 10 by x plus 20 plus 10 means 30 is equal to 20, or 30x by x plus 30 is equal to 20. It comes x is equal to 60 ohms. সো আমি আশা করব তোমরা আমার চ্যানেলের সঙ্গে থাকবে। এই ধরনের আরও ভালো ভালো প্রবলেমস যদি তোমরা দেখতে চাও, তাহলে তোমাদের অনেক উপকার হবে এবং আমার চ্যানেলের সঙ্গে থাকবে এই আশা রাখি। আজকের মতো এইটুকুই, বাই।